Afternoon, everybody. How we doing? How we doing? We're back. We're live. Whew. How's everyone doing? Got quite a few in by the looks of it. Should be a good video today. Don't know how long. It might be an easy fix, this. It might be complex. Who knows? I've not investigated it yet, so should be a good one. So we got Mac Vision in. Mac's in first. Afternoon to you. Aaron, wet and windy. Well, it's not too bad here. We've even had a bit of sunshine today. It looks like it's a bit overcast now, but it's not been too bad. Tim's in, having his lunch. But he's already clicked like. Ideal, thank you, Tim. Joe's in. Coffee brewing, not awake yet. Nick's in, afternoon, Nick. Sunny Stroud. Excuse me. Anthony's in. Hi, Anthony. Tom and Susie. Bizarre. Benji. Ben. Bob. Cirque du Soleil. Very nice, Bob. Have you had a go? You've been up on the trapeze? Martin, how you doing, mate? Martin has very kindly sent me some things all the way from the Netherlands. I shall show you some of them in a minute. Tim's back from lunch. Murat, how are you doing, mate? Thank you very much. David Elric, hi David. It'd snap. Mo, how you doing? Thank you very much for super sticker. Super sticker. Thanks, Mal. Sandra's in as well. Hi, Sandra. I can say hello to Ben. Now this radio is the one that I've done for Mr. Rob Head, one of my Patreons and channel supporters. And to say, it's all paid for, really, so, but it's just not right. I can't let it go. I can't let it go because it's going to come back. A bit dreck in your part of Scotland. John Turner's in. Hi, John, and Christian from Germany. Bye, Benji stuff. And a bit of a count up of all the repairs I've got in. I thought I was getting on top of it, but I've still got still got seven repairs in, not counting this one. Oh no, that doesn't include this one. So once this one's gone, I'll have 6 repairs in, and more to come. I think people are emailing me every day to fix stuff. Dreek, oh Dreek. Never heard of that one, Ben. Dreek. Sounds like a beer. Dull and miserable. Oh dear. So yes, this is the offending item. And you'll notice last year, excuse me, before the Christmas streams, Rob said he wanted one of these, and we spent a lot of time really going through this, sorting it right out, doing every little mod that I could think of on it. Even sorted out the strap and stuck that through the washing machine, so there's a nice tidy strap on it for Rob. Everything was going so well. And it plugged in up here, working perfectly, no problems at all. Put some batteries in it, popped outside, and I was listening away to it. All of a sudden, it just froze up and nothing would work. And I just thought, the display was all on there. I could hear RF noise, but no reception. Just totally froze up. And the only way to clear it was to take the batteries out and put them back in again. Then it would go on again for a little bit, and then all of a sudden, out the blue, it would just stop. I mean, it could be something simple. It could be one of the battery connections. It could be potentially one of the ribbon cables not seated correctly, but I think it's more of a power issue. So that's what we're going to have a look at today, find out why it's doing it, because as I say, it's a lovely little radio. And yeah, my Instagram name is the same as my channel name, Murat. It's Radiocruncher. I think that's how you find me. Let's have a look. I don't think I can do it on here. I'll have to do it on I'll have to do it on Chrome. Instagram. Let's see, why is it doing this to me? Not sure if it's that one. That one. Yeah, it's playing up Instagram. It wants all my passwords, which I've forgotten. Ah, here we are. So home. Profile. Yeah, it's at Radiocruncher. There you go, Murat. Let's just put that in the chat for you. That's a big old link. Afternoon, Les. Les will probably know what this is. What do you reckon this is then, Les? Cutting out. He's cutting out. So let's just show you what it's doing in a minute. So if I turn it on the side, let's stick it down this way so you can see a bit better. If I can get the little stand up. I don't know if you can see that any better on its side, but so if I pop the power on now, you can see it's come up, look. But if I try tuning it, it goes, just locks. I can't turn it off. Hi Danish. Electric under blanket burnt out. It didn't burn you. So yeah, that's the problem. It's frozen. Look, there's nothing I can do to get that off now. Nothing works. None of the buttons work. Nothing's responsive. So it's like the processor's locked up. So what you've got to do is take the batteries out. Put the battery back in. But well, it's gone again already, look. So yeah, it's a strange one. So let's pop it off. And I'm going to get the external supply, and let's see if it does it with the power supply. Your favourite yacht boy was in the pictures, David, was it? Yeah, we've done a few yacht boys on this channel. So I've got some Sony power supply for one of these, 4.5 volt supply. It is an AC 140. Let's plug this in. Because all the testing I did was with the external power supply. So let's pop the power on. I know it's doing it with that one as well. Okay. That's interesting. Now, it wasn't doing this to start with. It certainly wasn't doing it all the time. Let me just try that again with the power off. Yeah. Strange, so it's actually got worse. Let's have a look at the computer batteries then. It is a computer supply glitch for some reason. And I'm just wondering whether it's because I'm actually using lithiums in it. Oh, I'm not using lithiums. Okay, that's interesting. Perhaps it's these batteries are a bit naff then. Perhaps it could be a duff battery, couldn't it? How about that? Crystal? Yeah. Might be a crystal. I'm okay, Rob, thanks. So let's just see if we got some power in these a minute, because that would be a bit embarrassing, wouldn't it? That I've been sat on this radio for months because I was waiting to get it some bench time for it, and it's just a battery. So let's have a look. 1.4. Yeah, where are we? 1.49, so a little bit down maybe. What about this one? 1.49. I don't think, I mean, it'll run on, brand new ones are going to be about 1.5 something, aren't they? But let's double check, you know, you never know. Let's get a couple brand new ones and see what they measure. Let's put them to one side. .57. 1.57. So those other ones are sort of part worn, but I don't, that's not enough, surely. That's not bad enough to make it glitch. Is it that finicky? Let's try it again. With new computer batteries. No, it's locked up again, look. So it's a little bit more than power supply, unless the power supply connections inside aren't making contact properly. Let's put a cloth down because I don't want to scratch it up really. So I think, did I polish it some? Yeah, polish the lens on that, so we don't want to scratch that up. Before we do that though, Martin's very kindly sent me in some refreshments. Look, how about this? We've got Texels special beer, 0%. And this one is very interesting, Le Trappe. Now, I've had quite a lot of this in my time, Trappist ale, but this is a 0% one. And I've never seen that. In fact, I've never seen that one. But I've seen lots of La Trappe beers, but they're usually double or triple, but this is a 0. So I'm going to try this one first. This is very interesting. So Martin, thank you very much. And it's a really nice Sony radio that he sent in, but he sent it in as an early Christmas giveaway. So that one won't appear for some time. So I'm really interested to see if this tastes like Trappist ale. It must taste the same, surely. But how's it going to taste with no alcohol in it? Because these are normally really, really strong. They're normally sort of 6-7%. You know, they're not weak at all. Smells like a Trappist beer. So yeah, there you are. Thank you, Rob. Your computer batteries are almost flat and still working. Yeah, it's not that. We've just discovered that, Rob. I think you... glitch hunting is the worst type of fault finding, yeah. Anyway, cheers, everybody. Yeah, that is nice. That is very different. What did I have the other week? I had Left, didn't I? Left 0. That was nice as well. Yeah, this is nice. Thank you, Martin. Martin sent me 4 different bottles. I just brought a couple up for today. But we'll try again. Yeah, error 3 was just when I switched the switch off on the side, Bob, so don't worry about that. That was just me. There's a power switch on the side. If you switch that to the off position with the radio on, it comes up with error 3. So there's no issues with that. It's definitely something a bit deeper in the radio than that. So it's either the ribbon cable's not right, or we've got a problem with some of the battery connections on the computer battery. So let's pop the case off and have a look, shall we? Oh, there's nothing wrong with the batteries, Rob. I think you're a little bit behind here, aren't you? You're a little bit behind with the program. We know there's nothing wrong with the batteries. We've just done all that. Have you nipped out again, Rob, and come back in or something? Oh dear. As I say, this was working fine. You know, we tested it on the channel when I fixed it, and there was no issues. It was working lovely. So I don't know what's gone wrong. The only other thing I thought might be glitching it is the what you call it, super cap that I put in there. Maybe it doesn't like that, but I've put those in lots of radios and not had a problem, so it does seem a bit strange. Levi Nathan, how are you, mate? How's your radios going? I think it was it a Pro 80 I did for you? Or I can't remember now. Let's just pop the back cover off and have a nosy then, see if there's anything obvious inside. Let's say this had the works done to it. I changed all the caps, put a new filter in it, put a super cap across the battery terminal so it didn't lose its memories when you took it off. Let's pop this strap here off a minute. These original straps are quite rare. If I ever see any on eBay, I usually try and pick them up. But I've only ever managed to get one. Right. Ah, okay, well that might be a clue. I've seen something straight away, so a visual check always helps, doesn't it? I may have found the problem straight away. I may not have though. And this is a Graham problem. Typical, isn't it? Let's get in close and see if you can spot it. Anybody spot a potential issue there? Oh, sure, 2010 was it? Nice. So it looks like this wire here has been squashed. Now, whether it's broken or not, I don't know. Could that be the problem? So it looks like it joins to the very end terminal. Like it joins to the end terminal of this connector here. So if I can find it over here, it might be that it can't pass the current. Right, so I can find it on there. So let's get the multimeter out. Zoom you out a bit so you can see what I'm up to. That's obscuring what I'm trying to show you, so let's put that there. So the blue wire connects to the third terminal in there, which is marked E. Just null these crazy leads out. So we should be there to there. Okay, well that is okay. But I have unhooked it now. So I mean that could be the problem, it might not. We don't know. Let's correct it and find out. So the only way I can do that is going to be to snip it, join it, and put a bit of heat shrink back over it. Because it's wired into a connector both sides. Yeah, I'm not convinced that that's actually broken, you know, but it's showing continuity. But let's fix it anyway, just in case. Let's not mess about. Just take a little bit off of each side. I wonder if I can just push them into each other. Let's get a bit of heat shrink in it first. A bit of heat shrink. A little tiny bit. It's a tiny wire. We don't want a massive, great bit of heat shrink on it. Computer sounds noisy today. This ain't gonna go, is it? See if I can pull that out of there, make it a bit easier to get at. That's better. Right. Just trying to sort of thread the wires into each other and try and solder. It's not going to work, is it? Okay. Let's pop a little bit of solder on each one then. Tape enthusiast, how are you, mate? Battery continuity. Suspicious. How's a tape enthusiast? Ivan, how you doing, mate? Blue wire squeezed, yeah. Corroded via. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Because it was working fine. Could it be the super cap hasn't charged properly? You know, I thought maybe it was the super cap that was causing an issue. Let me just see if there's any charge actually in the super cap. Where are we? There to there. Yes, we've got 3 volts. We've still got 3 volts, so that super cap is definitely holding its charge. You know, personally, I don't think this is the problem, but it's the first issue I've seen, so let's fix it. Let's fix it and move on. Okay, that's fixed. Make sure we don't get that one caught again. Pesky thing. Right. Easily done though, because it's got to sit behind that connector there. Behind the fixing post. It looks like it's just popped back up as I've put the case back together. Let's move them down through there a bit, out of the way. Some of these had a little tiny bit of tape just to hold those wires in, but this one hasn't got it. Now, I did repair some wires on this, didn't I? Yeah, I did repair a load of wires on this radio. So it might even come on with the power left in the clock display still on, look, with no batteries in it. So that super cap is definitely holding its charge. I wonder if it'll come on without even the batteries in it. I don't know how long it would run on the super cap, but it's a good one. No. Ha! Let's pop our batteries in, if they'll stay in while we're testing. Error 3. That's because our switch is not in the on position. No, still locked up. So it's not that. Okay. Well, it's worth a shot, wasn't it? Not that simple, unfortunately. So we're going to have to dig a bit deeper. So the next thing I thought may be an issue is down here with the, let's get you in close. Down here you can see the battery connection here. There's this little tiny bit of like spring wire goes in and it hooks up on a little contact to the other side of this board. That's the only thing that makes connection to the computer batteries, is that. And if that's got any corrosion on it, or it's not making contact properly, that will cause that problem as well. So that's the next thing, is to get the chassis out and check that. Yes. Right, let's catch up with the chat. Extra coat of paint on 3D printers knobs. Okay, Martin. Let's catch up. No, it was working fine. It was on the bench, Joe. We fixed it. Tassine, welcome. Workshop in the garden, yeah. Bouncy walk. Try disconnecting the super cap to reset the computer. Ah, good thought. Good thought. Okay. Let's do that a minute then. Let's do that. Les, good idea. Let's take the batteries out there a minute. Ah, it's just come on. But still frozen. Make sure we're not on lock. It's not a lock on. This is yeah, there is, but we're on normal. So it's still not tuning. No, so I've got the super cap disconnected now, and that's not making any difference. Still the same. I mean, I don't think it's that battery connection either, because yeah, I don't think it's a battery. Just making sure nothing's shorted here. Now, we did have some corrosion on the board from memory, which I fixed. Just going to have a quick look around it. Hi Keith, how are you? Hi Derek. Hi Christoph. How about this, Christoph, look? 0% Trappist from Martin. How about that? Now, is this Belgian? Or is it Netherlands? Brewed? No, Netherlands. Netherlands. I don't think you've got a super cap in yours, Rob, but why would you want to take it apart anyway? Don't take stuff apart, mate. It's working perfectly. Leave it be. But thanks for the super chat, Rob. Yeah. Once the radio is tuned to a frequency, the computer is no longer active, and the radio should keep making background noise. It is making a background noise, though. So it's still making the background noise, but it's not tuning. Oh, well, it turned off because I knocked the batteries out. This is the problem with these. You need a power supply on the battery circuit, really. No, nothing. That's me moving the batteries in the back. But yeah, totally dead. Well, not dead, as you can hear it is. It is making a noise, but just defaulting to 150 now. Strange. So it's got to come out. For further investigations. Dutch beer. It's very nice, Martin. There's nothing wrong with Rob's radio. Yeah, reseated that. Reseated the flex cable a couple times. What I thought I'd do is get it out of the case. And have a look. It could be the flex cable. That's probably the only thing left to look at, really. I think that should lift out. Yeah. So we're going to have to hotwire this up on the bench to... oh, that's a bit warm. Flicks on my hand. Okay. You're going to play ball and come out. Going to have to take the lot off here, aren't I can see. Come on, radio, come out. I've got to take that off. Of course, I've got my super cap to disconnect as well. What else? Should come out now. Just got to take the little port off here. Unclip that. Come on. Thank you. There he is. Right. She's out. Put that down over there. One of the buttons locked on, stopping computer doing anything else? Could be. It could be. It uses this membrane thing though. So you can see where the battery touches there. The battery terminal touches on this side. That is sort of down to the copper, but looks okay. So that touches down here. So you can just about sort of see there's a little pinprick there where that connector touches for the batteries. Better get that up and show you so you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, basically this little prong here, that's the negative side of the batteries, and that touches against there. So that appears to be okay. Yeah, it doesn't appear to be any issues with that. It could be a capacitor on the power part. Bend the contact wire so it contacts on a new place. Yeah, you can do. I mean, I did paint this back in with some conductive paint, but I know we had problems with this board because I had to do a lot of rework on it. If I peel back this, you'll sort of see all the work that I had to do. So there's lots of work I did on the board. You'll notice there's lots of sort of solder masks down here. That looks a bit iffy, that pad there. You can't really see that. That one doesn't look too special. I did some touching up with conductive paint. Yeah, interesting. Let me just get the microscope out on that a minute. Let's have a look, a closer look. Let's put that back up out the way. Let's find my USB lead. Plug that in. Power supply. Just going to have a look at some of this. Multi's in. Hi, Multi. I say I did all the electrolytics, Ivan, but I know we had some problems with the keyboard on this one. Where am I looking at? This one here. Well, it looks fine under the microscope, to be fair. Where's my microscope? Stone jar for 5 years? Hell. Batteries are good, yeah. Right, so you can see what I've done when I've resoldered the wires. because we did have some problems with this board, I believe. It's a long time ago I did this, so you'll have to, your memories may be better than mine. But that does look a bit crusty. So yeah, you can see where I've done a repair there. And I think I had to go all the way down the bottom on this one doing repairs. And there's a little bit of muck come through there. Where am I? Looking here, but I'm on the microscope. I can't find the microscope. There. Okay, that's not me, that's factory. So you can see where the battery terminal makes contact, just there. You can't. Just there, so it's definitely making contact with the copper. I don't think that's the issue. But I know we did a lot of work on this board to get all the buttons working. I don't see that there could be a short on one. Yeah, there's just like a little bit of dust on that. I'm really not sure what that is. I'm just going to clean off this dirty one a minute. There. That's a little bit dirty. I don't think that's like some sort of stuff they've put on the board. That's the conductive paint that I put on. It's a bit of a head scratcher because it was working perfectly, so I'm really not sure what's gone on. Let me just have a look through some other bits. Yeah, so we had all sorts of breaks in the wires. Resoldered a lot of the wires. Bit of conductive paint. All of those wires. Well, that one looks a bit crusty still there. Can you see that one that I'm looking at there? I don't think it's quite in focus for you. Is that crusty or is that just... I'm pretty sure that I buzzed all of these out. Okay. I can't remember why there were so many. Did somebody leave batteries in it? Because we did some repairs there as well. I'll zoom right back out and get you in focus a bit more. So yeah, there's lots of little issues with this board. But did fix it. What's that there? That's not anything there, is it? No. Let's take it off of this thing because it's not moving around on the bench on this yellow thing. That's better. No, it was all in this area by the looks of it that there was issues. So the only wire that looks slightly crusty is that one there. It's worth buzzing that one out then, just to check. How are we all doing? We need to check the ribbon cables next, really, but I will definitely mark that one for a test. Right, let's move that back out of the way. Let's get my light down, zoom us back out a bit, and let's go looking at the ribbon cable a minute. So got a couple more screws out, that one there. And that one. So those four are all the same. I should be able to pop this board off. It could well just be the ribbon cable needs reseating, but it could be a little bit more complex than that. Right, the ribbon cables, the dreaded ribbon cables, let's have a look. They look to be very nicely seated. Now, that one might be able to go in a fraction more. Once you take these out, they're a blimmin' nightmare to put back in, I can tell you. Little hooky tool. Right, let's have a look at the ribbon cables. So we're in deep on the ribbon cables at the moment, so just having a look. Let's focus that a bit. It looks like they're all making connection on that one. So look at this one. Yeah, it looks like they've all made connection fine. Maybe slightly dull. I could maybe give them a little going over with the fiberglass pen. They're not the shiniest connections I've seen on one of these. We can also see the other side of this board now. We've done all the alterations. So that's that crusty one there, look. Now that one is crusty. You see the one? Just there. Let's put a little tiny drop of vinegar on that, just see if that fizzes at all. It's the best way to put this on. A little brush maybe. I don't want to flood the board with it, but yeah, it's fizzing. And that one's fizzing. That one looks filled there. Okay, what we'll do is we'll get the little needles out. That looks filled because I've got some solder mask on that. So let's get the carb cleaning needles out again. Catch you a minute, Martin. Let's see if that will go down through. Can go bigger than that one. That one seems to be covered up. Maybe I've solder on there. Maybe I've soldered that one over. Let me just have a look a minute. No, it has just got solder mask in it. Let's see if I can use the reamer tool. Dry the battery blood. This is quite a dangerous looking tool, this one. So this is in that carb cleaning kit again. Now, which one's that one there I want to clear out. So I just want to put that down in the hole and ream it out. It's like a little miniature reaming needle. See that? You can't, can you? Let me zoom you out right out a minute. Yeah, so it's just a like a flat on one side, so it reams the holes out. Very useful very useful toolkit this is. If you're interested in one of these, there's a link to Amazon on my video description. Right. Let's see if we got continuity through that then. Yeah, that's that little tool. It's a very minute needle. Comes in that little thing there with all the other bits and pieces. That is bit of a bargain, that is. Right. Let me see then. How are we going to do this? I'll stick a bit more vinegar down it. Make sure it's totally clear. Yeah, no more fizzy, right? Squirt that with a bit of isopropyl just to neutralise that. Right, just do a little bit of scratchy. No, which was the other one? I can't see now. I've cleaned them up so nice, I can't see which ones it is. Right. Let's get the meter on continuity. Just do some beeping. So let's have a look. We've got on there. Yep. 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 Yeah. Yeah, no issues with those. That track there doesn't look great though. The track there does not look great. Might have to take this board off. Just have a look. Just scrape those tracks back and just check that they are okay, not corroded. Be a bit strange that it's gone and got corroded. Quick, I can get it down far enough, I think. Yeah, they're okay underneath there, that's fine. But we have got some mucky track there. Let's have a look. Jim, how you doing, mate? Russ, how you doing, Russ? Ferrite wire, yeah, they'll pull off, I'm sure. But the track I'm looking at is this one here, if I can get it in shot. It's difficult because of the glare on it. Ah, there we are. Yeah, see that track there doesn't look too healthy, does it? No, that doesn't look too good, that. So the dreaded electrolytes got that. Has it eaten it away? Doesn't look like it. More here. You never know with these though, even though it looks like you've got continuity. It's not always the case. Looks fine to me, but let's see if we've got continuity on it. Let's go to there. Okay. Yeah, it's not broken, but oh well, it's worth a look. There's another little tiny bit of corrosion just down there. Just there. You can tell it's corroded because the solder mask just flakes off. A little bit on that one as well. Again, it looks like there's copper underneath that. And there. Don't think there's an issue with that. A little bit down there as well. That looks okay. Oh, another little bit here. Let's scrape a little bit here a minute. Scrape a little bit there. Let's check from that point. Hang on, is that even the same track? Yeah, it is. I got continuity from there to there. The damn multimeter's turned itself off of though. Well, we got problems there, but multimeter turned itself off. Nice. That's different tracks. Yeah, that's not that one. That's that one. That's the next track up, which is this one. Which goes through to the other side of the board. I've soldered all that up. Yeah, running out of ideas now because that's okay. It doesn't look particularly nice, but is okay. So let's just stick some solder on that a minute while I've got it out. GT Jeff, how you doing, mate? Thanks, Jim. Mr. S only a lot to answer for, yeah. Let's pick that other bit of solder mask off there a minute. Right. Let's put some flux down on that. Actually, let's give it a wipe first to get rid of all that nasty fiberglass. Yeah, the microscope camera's a bit poorly, isn't it? I don't know what's going on with that. Right, it's caught up with me now. Let's tin those up, stop them corroding anymore. Phew. Smelly. Track there, I don't want to take solder. That's there, but not there. Right, let's clean that up and see what it looks like. No, the lead's fine. It's, I don't know, it's never worked. Bizarre. It's about as good as I can get it. It's got a lot of lag. How's that looking? Yeah, that's nicer. Crystal's off. Catch you later, mate. Right, Derek, put up a new stair rail. I was supposed to be servicing our boiler this morning, but didn't get round to it. Right. Let's use our new black overcoat pen because I just can't seem to get a green one. No, audio's good here, FM. You might have to just restart. Where are we? I'm telling FM to restart, but he can't hear me anyway. How about that? The trouble with these pens, they lock up. Here she comes. Right, okay. Right. There we go. Just making sure I've got it all covered. May not look pretty, but it does the job. Okay. Thank you, Rob. Can you send me some beers? Of course you can, mate. User error, no worries. Jup along. Everything is gooey wet. No. Just used the overcoat pen just to go over the areas where I've just resoldered it. So there's no issues there. No. Bizarre has suggested I go over it with an eraser. Whether that'll be enough to get them shiny or not, I don't know. Let me find an eraser. Now, the only eraser I've got is on the back of a pencil, I believe. Although I did have an eraser somewhere, but can I get to it is the question. Because it's over in the drawers behind the aircon unit, which isn't working at the moment because it's too damn cold. Right, we have an eraser. So I'm going to look under the microscope when I'm doing it, but I'll let you just be there. Yeah, it's a little bit tarnished, you know. Yeah, this is sort of bringing them up. Oh. Yeah. It's leaving bits of rubber behind though, and it keeps bending the living things. That's better. Certainly took some muck off that. You can see that. It doesn't like this light now, does it? Send me a new Bentley. What's wrong with the old one, Danish? Bentley. Now, a nice Mark I Capri, I think, would be better than a Bentley, I think. Yeah, they're definitely tarnished, these ribbons. Whether the battery fumes got to them, I don't know, but... Yeah. Right. Oh, I've got no cotton buds left. I think Mrs. Cruncher's been in raiding my cotton buds. In fact, I'm sure she has, because I had a whole box full there. I'm just getting rid of the bits that the rubber's left behind. And these are now a little bit bent as well, which is not great. Don't want them bent, we want them nice and flat. So I'm just going to get a little tiny bit of deoxit on my finger and just spread that over them. Just a little tiny drop on my finger. Let's turn that off now for a minute. Just stop them going corroded anymore. Okay. What else can we do? I need to put this back on now. Let's see if we can reconnect these ribbon cables. I don't know what that noise was all about. I don't know. Make sure there's no muck in there. Oh, that one went in perfect then. Let's jump back out again, look. Oh, what a pain. That was perfect. You can feel when they go in and seat. That one has gone in now. And this one. There she goes. And let's make sure they are seated. Yes, they both are. Let's get that put back down quick before they jump back out again. Right, now we're going to match all of this lot up. Volume slider, RF gain slider, and three-way switch. Got you. Five deer yesterday. Capri would be nice, yeah. Now we can hotwire this thing up temporarily just to test it before we put it all back together. So what we need is we need a couple wires to attach. One's typical, I haven't got any here, have I? Let's have a look down here. We hook up wires down here. Use that one for me 3-volt. Let's get some of this stuff off the bench. Vinegar, Trappist ale. Strange, my camera's doing that banding thing. It didn't used to do that. Don't know what's affecting it there. That's those two in. So yeah, we can connect that on for our positive. 3-volt. Let's find a little black wire somewhere. You usually have. That's our negative. So that's our 3-volt supply. Extension speaker we can plug in. It's different ohms, mind you, but it'll still work. It's an 8 ohm. I think this is 4 ohm. To find the right jack, that is. It's next to the power socket. Right, so this is going to be our three-volt supply. Use bench for that. Right. Volt. Put it on low current limit. our 3-volt supply connected. Let's connect the power supply back in the off position. No audio at all now. Why is that then? And we're still locked. Still haven't cured our lock. There's no membrane on, so we've not got any keys causing the problem. Yeah. Why have we got no audio then? Oh, we have. Just very quiet. We've got no stations. Interesting. If I move that flex cable. Problem with this flex cable, I think. I don't know if you can hear that on the microphone, but if I it looks like it's the flex cable. Okay. More investigations. Right. We have a dodgy flex cable. This will be fun. This will be fun. Not. This will not be fun. But you know, we're getting there. I think it's a dodgy flex cable by the sound of it. Because I could get the RF to come back by wiggling it, and I was getting a little bit of tuning on and off. So either we've got a break in the flex cable, or it's damaged where it's joining the board. Or it could still be a problem with the connection where it goes in. Who knows? Let's get this done for young Rob. So Rob Head. Okay. Let's disconnect these because they're going to come off anyway. The dreaded ferrite wires. Ferret wires. They're going to fall off anyway, so let's get that out of the way. There is no repair for flex cables. You've basically got to hardwire in. You can get some flex cables that will fit. Well, they won't fit as such. Let's not get these mixed up. So let's go there. Those four. I use different size heads on the screws on these. Right, let's see if we can get this out without having to muller the switches. So I want to get this board right off. Sometimes, if we're lucky, we can pull that one actually out of there and out of there and off. Okay. Let's just disconnect these three wires and we can have this board all to ourselves. Right, so it appears when I move these wires, things spring back to life. The rough shipping from the workshop to the garden, yeah. Okay, we need to pop this shield off, so let's get that off. Oh yeah, this ain't looking good, is it? Okay. Scope time. Scope of the micro type. Let's put that there to hold those down a minute. Let's get the microscope down and we can have a look. That's not looking good, that ribbon cable. So I want to get right in up close with this if I can. I'll see if I can show it to you, but yeah, we've got some corrosion in here. Nope, that's not the right one, Graham. It is that one. This really dark picture, but what I'm looking at is the ribbon cable where it attaches to the board, and I think we've got some I don't know what in there. That looks pretty cruddy. Is that our problem? And I can't, this could be even worse underneath this bit of masking tape. Let's get this off. Let's pop this crystal up out of the way. I don't know. I mean, this is just heat bonded, I think, to the substrate, but some of this might be corroded away. But those wires do look intact. But I can't see the other side. I mean, I could put some flux down and just go over all these connections a minute, because there is a little tiny blob of solder under each one of those, and that one there certainly is lifted. I mean, I've just pulled it up slightly, but that's the only thing I can think of doing. That's sort of like a killer cure, really. So you can't really see what I'm looking at there, can you? So yeah, that's what I'm thinking, is to run the soldering iron down over this edge. Why is it at 45 degrees? Oh, the camera's moved, that's why. Should be there. Okay. Yeah, so run the soldering iron down over there. I'm not writing it off yet, though. I don't give up that easy. So I've not messed with one of these before, but this needs messing with. If I don't fix it, then we're looking at some major surgery and putting different ribbon cables in here, which is not a nice thing. So what am I going to heat this up to? I don't want to melt the plastic, although it's going to melt it a little bit. I'm not going to get away with that. Let's try it at 330. So I'm going to heat the first one down here first. Let's see if that's held it. Okay, that has soldered. Yeah. Hot air is going to be way too dodgy. So you can see the muck moving out as I'm heating it, you know. Okay. Scary. Scary stuff. So I can get some isopropyl underneath this thing. Try and give it a little bit of a agitate and work all the muck out of it. Right, let's get you back out here so you can see. That's definitely got them all soldered for sure. Now, can we hotwire this thing up like this to see if we've cured it? Because I don't really want to put it all back together again with all the shields and everything, just to find that I've got to take it apart and put a new board in it. So I don't want to put a new board in it because that means ruining another perfectly good 2001D. But I will put another board in it if that's what it needs, because this is Rob's radio and he's paid for it, so it's going to be right. Whatever it takes in there, eh? Takes me 2 radios to fix one. It's an expensive fix though, if it is, isn't it? Right, let's connect these back up. Let's get my phone, find out which way they go. Whistling past the graveyard. I mean, I could buzz out every single one, couldn't I? But shall we do that? Again, that's easier said than done on one of these. What we need to do is really tape it to the bench to do that, maybe. Because unfortunately the connections are on the other side. Just tape them like that. Let me get a bit of Kapton. This is turning out to be more difficult than I anticipated, as is always the case. Always the same, isn't it? Right, I've just taped them temporarily there just to see if we can get some continuity across them, maybe. Just see if they are making contact. All my leads all tangled up together now. Right, let's get my eyes on and we'll buzz them all out in a minute. Rob's in. We're not there yet, Rob. No continuity on that one. Okay, two there and still not got any continuity. That's a pain. Two on this cable. Okay. Try that again. So is this one here? Yes. That one's still no. Hang on. Let's try to start down here. That one. That one. That one. That one. That one. That one. That one there. Just one. Bump it up to 340. Right, managed to add a little bit of solder into the end of that as well. Apologies, you can't see a lot, but you sort of get, so it's this one here. No. So this one here, it must be broken here somewhere. So let me just mark that a minute. What can we mark that with? As I say, it might be broken in underneath. That's the thing. It could be anywhere along here that it's broken. We have it. We have it. I've got it. It's done. Whoa. So thank you, Mr. Tape Enthusiast, for making me do that. I think that was a worthwhile exercise. Let me just go back over that again then. So this is the one that wasn't making contact. And it is now. Whew. Right. Let's crack on and get it back together. More flux. I got plenty of flux, Rob. Joe, how you doing? Sandra's off. Catch you soon, Sandra. So there's nothing bridged there anyway. I've checked that. Gone through all of those. They are now all making connection. So let me just get my pictures back out. Camera portrait. So common red. B is brown and A is orange. Okay. This is going to be a bit bit of a bodge up situation to start with. Let's put a little bit more deoxit on those because I have had me meter all over those. Freshly scratched them up. So have we cracked it, do you think? You flex, yes. Moshi, how are you, mate? How is Moshi? Right, okay. Let's get these damn flex cables back in then. If we can. That's that one. That's that one. Right, okay. Let's get hooked back up again. That's the headphone jack. S-meter. That I'm going to do by hand. Three volts. Power supply. Which I've run over, which is never good. Oh yes, it's working. It's working. Hang on. And why have we still got audio when... Why have we still got audio when it's switched off? It could be because we've not got a shield on, maybe, I don't know. Where's the membrane gone? Where's my keyboard membrane? We just put the membrane back on. Right. Let's see if we can get anything on FM a minute. That's what I was after. Now, which one's FM? That one. So let's go 1. Right, we need to try and get an FM aerial on it. So FM aerial goes in there. I'm trying to think where the aerial connects to. I'm sure it connects onto this board. Let's get this one down a minute. Because we can do external area for FM, which is that one, I believe. Yeah. We don't seem to be getting a station. Let's try AM. Is that still that ribbon cable? Nah, it's locked up again now, look. No, we've still got ribbon cable issues. Let me just pull that off a minute. I don't think we're out of the water yet. It's definitely better, but okay, I think what we're going to have to do is put it back together and see, because trying to run it like this is not going to do it any good. Dear, oh dear, right. I still think we potentially have got ribbon cable issues, which means potentially hardwiring it, getting rid of the ribbon cable. Don't fancy that though. You know, it could be this little crystal here, you know. Could be the crystal that's intermittent and it's nothing to do with this cable. So I'm moving the cable and it's sort of doing something to the crystal. Let's stick a bit of tape underneath that. I have to put a little bit of tape to protect the ribbon cable really as well. Right, the shield. Hi Ricardo, how are you? Well, it isn't looking good, Moshi, no. The ribbon cable is highly likely damaged. Let's make sure this is on straight. Let's get it back on with all the shields and that on and see if that makes any difference. Don't make it easy to get this shield off, do I? Dear, oh dear. Right. That's a shield. Now we've got to fight with the switches. To try and get them back in. Come on. Yeah, he's in. Okay, that's on. That's on. So in theory, you could test it like that. I'll try and connect those back up though, really. Saying that I should be alright with the jack board with that. Bear with me, people. I am getting there, I think. Are they both in? Yes, they are. That one. What's that one? Yes, we're in. Okay. Right, that's the shields back on and everything put on safely so as it can't move about. Let's try that, shall we? Gavin, how you doing, mate? Big trouble with little Sony, yeah. Yours is dead on AM, but FM's awesome. No, Rob, we can do it, but you've got to put flat cable in. Yeah, you can get some flex cables, but not. They've got to be hardwired in. It can be done, but that's a whole new problem. That's fun and games. I've never done it. I've repaired these flex cables. I've managed to grind them back and repair them, but I've not hardwired one yet. Okay, that's that. So we've got our display back again. That's fine. Sorry it's side on, but I'm trying to sort of rig it up here so we can see what's going on. Still not connected to any antenna. I believe that's got to be up. Yeah. No, we've still got problems with this cable. Is it there or is it the other side? No, it's not moving again now, see? No, see, it's locked up again. Okay, how are we doing for time? Let me have a look. 4:45. Dids, how you doing, mate? Fix anything? The connector pins might be damaged. Fix anything? Welcome. So if I touch this, it's difficult to know which end is dodgy though. So if I ease it, angle it up there and move it, nothing happens. It's only when I move it there that I can get any sort of joy. It seems to be on the slimmer of the two cables as well. Right, it's moving now. Now I've jammed that in underneath it. You see the display's moving now. I don't think we've got any reception. I've obviously not got the ferrite connected, but I can connect my outdoor aerial to the aerial jack a minute. North Pakistan, welcome. Does seem to be picking up something, but we're obviously not getting any stations. I'm saying that we are.
Being a little black kid, you know, and not really dreaming, you know, you didn't really, you know, parents didn't inspire the dream.
That's because I'm in the wrong aerial hole, I think.
Get a job. You know, you can see your parents struggling.
Let's try that.
Lemonade? No, it's orange juice. Breakfast in Bed has been covered by several artists, notably UB40 with Chrissie Hynde, who took the song
That's working.
in 1988. It was originally written in the late 60s by Muscle Shoals songwriters Eddie Hinton and Donnie Fritz, which recording artist.
Sorry again, I don't know.
It's Dusty Springfield. And so, Nancy, in that round scored 2 out of the previous 6. You have 8 points.
Second series, Bob Marley in the third series, but Bob Marley in particular, because I don't think any of us really.
Well, that cable's not affecting FM at all.
On screen in Britain before, so it's a massive.
Yes, let's hear some music from Les Miserables with a song by the show's protagonist, Paul Jean. Here, "Bring Him Home" is performed by the Irish actor for whom the song was specifically written, as he originated the role of Valjean in the West End production. After we've listened, can you tell me his name?
It's working.
Yes. Bring Him Home did not appear in the version of the show. It was written after Wilkinson practicing in a striking falsetto during rehearsals for the original West End production. Cameron McIntosh contracted an award-winning poet to translate the lyrics of Miserables in English. He is described as perhaps the only rich poet in the world.
It's working.
Secured an agreement for less than 1% of box office takings, even though most of his libretto ended up being discarded. Kressner? No, James Fetcham. At the time, no one could have guessed that less than 1%. The memorable image of a waif-like, large-eyed young girl that serves as a logo for Les Miserables is based on an illustration of one of the characters that was produced for the first edition of the novel. Have a listen to that character performing Castle on a Cloud, then tell me her name. Yes. The story of
Yes.
Jean Valjean prisoner on a chain
I
gang
can't, I mean, it is working, and if I don't move it, it'll be fine, but...
for stealing a loaf of bread to feed his family. Can you tell me Valjean's prisoner number provides the red and final line of the song Who Am I?
24601.
Yes. More music now from a Filipino singer and actress who played Eponine in the Broadway production of Les Mis in 1993. Thank you.
Now, which one is this SSB?
Hamburg, Metroport, Hamburg at 16200. Automated observation, wind 100 degrees, 4 knots. Cab okay, temperature 1, dew point -2, QNH 1026, no sig. Repeating, Brussels National, Metroport, Brussels National at 16200. Wind is 3 knots. Cab okay. Temperature 4. Dew point -1. QNH 1024. No sig. This is Shannon Volmet. Shannon Volmet. Forecast. Rome Fiumicino. Forecast. Rome Fiumicino. Valid from the 2nd at 1200 until the 3rd at 1800. Wind 060 degrees 10.
This is the flex cable. Yeah. Although I sort of got it working, it's not. No, I'm not. I can't leave it like that. It is working, but that's locked up again now. That. Okay, we are making progress though. Do we carry on with it? Do we try and fix it? Or do we cut our losses and put another board in it and then get some new flex cables and put in? I don't know. We're going to carry on with it for a minute though, because it's good fun, isn't it? Yeah, I've already tried reflowing them, Moshi, with limited success, really. Now, I could try taking it off with a hot air, but I think we've got, I don't know, it's difficult to show you. If I get the microscope in, I'll show you what I mean when I'm looking at this flex cable. So can you see along this edge here? Can you see all this darkness? Look, that's corrosion. That's not too bad, but this one's got quite a lot of corrosion coming out underneath. It might just be where flux is leached in, or, but you know, to me that is corrosion, you know. So I think we're going to be having issues with this. So I think I'm going to end up having to swap that board so as we can get Rob a working radio. And then try and get some more ribbon cables and hardwire them in. Well, I think the flex cable will actually fit in this pitch, if I can get the right pitch for it. I did buy some cables for another Sony once upon a time, for the SW100. Now, I've still got those somewhere. So certainly got it working better than it was, but it's still not right. So it's going to have to come apart again, one way or the other. Rob will have a working radio. Right, I need to take those connections back off again. That's decided to jam itself up with there. We've certainly proved it is the ribbon cable now anyway, so can we take that off with the hot air station? I don't know. Can we, it doesn't appear to have a break, but it does not to say that there isn't a break right on the end, you know? Just get the microscope in on high power and have a look. Yeah, it has. We have to find out. That's why I'm just going in deep with the microscope a minute. Sounds like Mrs. Cruncher is home. So I'm going to go in as great a magnification as I can get on this thing. The problem is there's a lot of glare off of it. Let's turn that light off. Yeah. So we potentially got a break on both of these. Let me see if I can get you in on this. Yeah, it's not showing up very well. I'm looking here. Can you see that? Yeah, you can sort of see it, can't you? Can you see just there? Where am I? That looks like that could be a break there. Just there, and potentially one there as well. I wonder if we can get this thing off. I wonder if we can get it off. Anybody ever taken one of these off before? If I can get it off, will I ever be able to get it back on again? Because I mean, I can repair the brake. It needs to be done on this side, really. It needs to be done on this side, really. But yeah, it is. It's not looking good. Let's have a go. Because, you know, what else have we got to do, eh? Needless to say, this ain't going to be finished today. Right, let's get up some temperature. Let's go 380, 390. A little bit of flux in underneath it. Let's see if we can lift this off. So let's get this weighted down a bit. Well, she went. Very scary. Yeah. So, haven't we got a break? I can certainly clear all the muck off. Yeah, that's pretty mucky. But we haven't got any ripped pads. Now, where's the flex cable gone? That was pretty scary, wasn't it? Yeah. So it looks like we've got a bit of corrosion that's crept up inside this flex cable. I'm trying to think where those flex cables went. Yeah, somewhere I've got a couple flex cables that I used to repair an SW100. But let's have a close-up look at this one underneath the microscope there. Can you see that brown there where it started to leach into the copper? So it's highly likely that this is absolutely knackered. I can't cut it back to there. There's my Captain tape. If I put a sheet of paper underneath it, let's put a sheet of paper underneath. Let me stick it down to the bench. Oh, that's too far. I have to go over here. Stick a sheet of paper underneath it. Let's have a look at it under the microscope. Could do with getting that microscope centered properly, really. Excuse me. don't know how well you're going to be able to see this, but can you see the corrosion in behind those traces? All of this. Now, I could, so I don't think this is brakes, that's just where the pads were. You can see the muck that's come through. I don't know what that is. It might just be flux, but it's certainly got into here. So I mean, I could get a scalpel and try and take this back further. Clean it up and re-tin all of these. Yeah. I don't see any brakes as such though. So the suspect area was down here really. Up here seems to be worst. Something's got in underneath there, hasn't it? I wonder if we could peel that back at all. Oh, Rob. Thank you, Rob. Arm it out. Yeah, I can't shorten it because it's difficult to see because I'm in so close. Let me see if I can come out a bit further. Get you in shot a bit more. So I can't really shorten it because it would need to come back to this area. Oh, that's, you know, I can't shorten it because there's tracks that go off at funny angles. What I was going to try and do was try and just peel up the edge here and see if I can peel back this film and maybe try and tin them. I don't know, that's the only thing I can think of trying to do. There's my little scalpel. I think I cut through that. Or was that a break? See what I mean? I might be able to just cut the top film back off and Yeah, that's going to be a tedious job, because basically I would have to go right the way back. I can't really get an edge on it. If I could get a nice edge going and peel it back. That would be good. That's Mrs. Cruncher.
Any chance you know where the TV controller is?
Oh, I don't. I can't find it. I can't find it anywhere. Let me go and sort Mrs. Cruncher out a minute. Apologies, we're playing Hunt the remote control at the moment. I'm not sure where it's gone. Coco, have you had it? Is it in your bed? Well, the remote control has left the building. Right, where were we? Before we were rudely interrupted. Micro brakes, yeah. No, we haven't got any broken ones, unfortunately. 1mm pitch, Moshi. It is badly corroded. It's difficult to get a decent light on it, really. If I take that paper out, will that make it any different? No, not really. Let's have another go at the cutting back. See, that cuts back easy, but why won't it cut back here? Get a bit more aggressive with it, maybe. Oh, now it's coming. What do you think? Oh, careful. Right, what's that looking like? Yeah, I don't know what that brown stuff is, but it's sort of stuck to the copper. They should. Yeah, still a thin layer of film there, I think. Or just a sticky left, maybe. I think that one's broken there. Yeah, that's going through the paper and out the other side, I think. That one looks like it's gone, but there's enough room to resolder those, I think. Yeah, that's really tarnished there. I think that one's pretty much gone there. And that one. And that one, those three definite. That one should be okay. Although I'm not sure if that's a... So it looks like I can probably bridge these. That's not some cracks, by the way, that you can see there. That's just where the solder was on the board. So if I can just solder little tiny links all the way down through here on the ones that are looking bad. We might be in business. Tin the rest of them. Wow. I think we can get that fixed, you know. I think we can fix that. We're going to need to use some very, very fine wire. Last time I used some flex cable, just cut a strand out and used the strands. I think that is a full stop really for today. It's doable. That's going to be a couple hours of microscope work to do that, I reckon. Retin them all and then somehow try and solder them back onto the board. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that, but it's not to say it can't be done. I'm just not sure how to at this stage. I'm sure it will be doable. .505 would get that corrosion off. What's 505? So you can see it's pretty pretty grubby. And that's quite a good sort of overview of it. Look. So you can see the corrosion seems to be between the tinned piece and where I've bared back the copper behind. So what I've got to do really is bridge all of those, or tin them. If I can tin them, some of them are tin, some of them are going to need to be bridged. 50-50. Anyway, I'm gonna call it a day there, people. Let's see if we can find this remote control for Mrs. Cruncher, because obviously it's upsetting her. So I'm gonna get that sorted, and I'll see you next week. Thanks everybody for coming today, and I'll catch you next Sunday, if not before. Hope you've enjoyed that anyway. Hot green chili sauce, nice. Yeah, that's lovely. There we are. That's our issue anyway. That is our issue. Can we fix it? Maybe. Maybe. At least we got there. We know what the issue is. Why was it working all right before though? It's just like maybe just a slight movement has cracked it, or the corrosion just ate away at it. I don't know, but there we are. Still, unfortunately, Rob, if you're still watching, it's not quite ready to come back to you yet, but it will be at some stage. So anyway, take care everybody. Have a good one, and I'll catch you soon. Bye for now.